W Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are back with Dishonored. This is episode 3, and don't mind that, that's just when I push recording for fraps. This game seems to kind of lose its shit. And then you just push cancel and it's back to normal. Oh, a little lag. So we gotta meet Samuel. We killed that guy down there. I'm sure we can grab another bottle here. Do that, we're gonna... Really didn't mean to kill him, but yeah, that happened. Just gotta make sure. Is there a guy? I don't know. Charlie Horse. It's Charlie Horse. No, it's just joking. Rat skewer! Nom 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 nom. Probably had poison on him, but they don't seem to mind. He's dead already, so yeah.
Did you hear Morris was dragged off by the overseers for some black magic nonsense? Blow off.
Shit. Okay, how are we gonna do this? I wanna try actually too. Shit. Already. Nope, that's not what I wanna do.
Take that!
Whoa. Decapitated, or what? Well, not what I wanted to do. I pushed the wrong button. Oh, I got my arrow back. Nice. In the water you go. Da rat! Down the water you go. I'm gonna do so bad on this mission. Wonder why I'll do so bad. I killed so many guys. Is there something here? No? I can use this. Bet you there.
Attention, Dunwall citizens. The assassin Corvo, responsible for the murder of our fair Empress and the disappearance of Lady Emily, heir to the throne, has temporarily escaped state custody. Several brave officers of the state are dead by his hand. He is to be captured or killed at any cost.
For rent. Joke that is. Nom nom, this was just with the plague, but I don't care. Who copied what? And the bottle. I'm just gonna close that. La 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 la. Corvo's not afraid of getting the plague. Where's it?
Corvo, over here. Quickly, I'm Samuel.
Ooh, Samuel.
And I work for some good people.
The boatman.
Very much to meet you.
Who looks really
They
nice.
said you'd
I
come
like
out
him.
here.
I like
I
his
can
stuff.
still hardly believe it. I'll take you to meet them.
What?
Just down the river from here.
Oh, we're gonna meet those people, eh? Yeah, let's go. Let's meet them. People who are sending me letters. Was that a whale on the ship? Hostiles kill 9. Civilians killed 0. Alarms rung 0. Dead unconscious bodies found 2. Overall chaos current total high. Didn't kill anyone. Didn't work. Ghost number detected. Didn't work. Special accidents. Open jelly safe. 0 to 0 runes. 0 to 0 bone charms. 0 to 0 outsider shrines. 0 to 0 Sokolov paintings. 644 out of 1,010 coins. Now let's just continue. Knew it was gonna. The Hound Pit's pub. Hidden in an old bar on the river, your new allies have plans to share with you. Meet with the loyalist inner circle to learn what they've got in mind. Continue.
This is the Hound Pit's pub. Closed for business. Half the district knocked off and dead from the plague. We're right under the Lord Regent's nose, and he don't know a thing.
Yeah, that's where it is.
Of course, if anyone finds out what we're up to, the watch will break in with swords drawn. And now that you've escaped, the Lord Regent's going to be tearing the city apart. Take you up to meet Admiral Havelock and the rest of the
base.
The Admiral's a man to be reckoned with. If anyone can help you find that missing girl, Lady Emily, and clear your name, he can.
Them textures, though. An achievement, Dishonored. Only took 3 episodes to complete the first act. There might be secrets here. No, there's legit nothing. It's here. What's among us? Wait, who sleeps here? Who actually sleeps here? Like, I'm serious. Oh, that's the map of the world. There we are. There's the Isles. The Isles. Wow, that's really small. There's Tyvia, Morley, Bristol, and Sikoris. Oh, there's Dunwall. We are in Bristol. We are in Dunwall here, right here in Bristol. Whoa, Pendleton continent. Oh, that's new unexplored land. Pendicia is like twice the size. I'm taking them out. Boop. Sorry, Sam. Oh, it's a book. Mysteries of Pendicia. Excerpt from a book on the far continent Pendicia. At the Academy of Natural Philosophy, they speak of the Pendician continent as a place of wonder, where all life has entwined and blossomed across oceans, producing a vibrant ecology unraveled in the civilized world. The overseers from the Abbey of the Everyman, by contrast, talk of horror and heresies, of cults, of submen engaged in brutal, perverse rituals. The few who have traveled to the far continent and come back to the Isles, those who have actually touched the soil there, have returned with notes that describe vast deserts, deep jungles, and outlandish creatures that defy belief. Once in a generation, a great effort is mounted to build a colony there, in hopes of this someday growing into a port city to rival Dunwall itself. But to date, these attempts have all ended in madness and failure. I don't know. See, I knew there was gonna be a secret. Oh, secret! Tivia Noir. Not really secret, but it was something.
I expect they're hard at work in there.
No.
Best join them.
Character's busy. Oh yeah,
They'll help you get whoever really killed the Empress.
Oh yeah. Check the keyhole. Gotta see. You never know. You never know.
Even after 6 months. Was nothing.
Yes. Not surprising. He was the... We can continue this later, Lord Pendleton.
You people, eh?
The man of the hour is
An aristocrat and an admiral.
I'm Admiral Havelock.
Interesting.
A true servant of the Empire, like you. Until the Lord Regent purged those of us who wouldn't recognize his claim on the throne.
All they have
And I'm
is
Lord
one
Trevor
common
Pendleton.
goal, eh?
I represent the nobility in our little group. But we all act as equals here at the Hound Pits pub.
This is a momentous
Yeah,
occasion.
a drink, eh?
I'm going to come out.
A little beer.
We've been building a coalition aimed at ending the Lord Regent's tyranny and restoring the throne.
At risk of execution, we're committed to finding young Lady Emily and seeing her crowned as Empress.
We've got big plans, but we can't do
Can
any
I
of
have
it
beer?
without you.
Could I have some,
We need
please?
your skills.
I love beer.
Your ability in a fight. And in helping us, we're
Please.
going to help you destroy the
Yes,
men who
Corvo
murdered
loves beer. He wants beer.
You must be exhausted.
Whatever.
We can discuss this further after you've recovered.
You want
But
me to
before
help
you
you,
retire,
eh?
you should introduce
That is so
yourself to
damn. Your
Pierre.
eyes are creepy, man.
He's challenging at times, but his industrious mind buys him that right.
Okay.
Yes. Piero's as much an artist as a technician. He's going to be crafting the gear you'll need. Go talk to him and then get some sleep.
They're busy, eh?
We can talk more when you've rested.
Oh, there was something there. Eat, take that. Money, take that shit. Money, I'll take that shit. Eat a pie. Or toilet, whatever it said. It's money on the floor. Damn, who be putting money on the floor?
Good to have you with us, Corvo. Have you talked to Piero yet?
Piero.
He
You haven't
made the
talked to
weapons
Piero
we left
yet.
for you on your way out of Coleridge Prison. Go see him.
It's down here. Loot. Loot. And a wrench. Come on. Need a key. Aw. Well, we got loot. Yeah. What is up here? Second floor. Open door. Hope no one minds, eh? Bloop. No more alcohol for you,
What happened? Did you do that?
Lord Pendleton.
Pleased to
Oh,
meet you,
yeah.
Master Corvo. I saw you at court
Use.
in happier days,
have been installed
but you might not remember.
Eat your
I was once a close ally to the Lord Regent, Hiram Burroughs.
The others have no idea.
Back when he was
what
just
it's
the
like.
spy master.
Interesting.
He's one
Man.
manipulative bastard, I can
Wallace.
tell you that.
Please breathe 2 bottles of Dunwall Red, never mind which, and fetch a clean glass.
You have a long memoir.
I'll begin again tomorrow.
The ending. He's like, where's my beer? A Gaffer's Tale, Volume 2. Oh shit. Excerpt from Travel Journal of a Whaler in his Final Years. A Gaffer's Tale, Volume 2. A Gaffer's Final Passage. After more than a quarter of a century, I am done with whaling. Too broken to continue. I've seen the corners of the isles and made more coin than men see in a lifetime, but it's all gone. I've lived through an emperor and watched his daughter take the throne. Fair young empress she was, but slain so young. Everything beautiful comes to die. I've eaten in every port of the known world and sailed in the loneliest waters you could imagine. I've seen the cliffs around Pandysia. Even the best of it doesn't give me an ounce of joy. The years come back across my dreams as a line of butchered bodies, long, sleek, and singing among the waves under the moonlight, only bespread by ugly water, scared men whose knife each other for a good pair of boots. Each year I had less time to come home. My tongue forgot the language of small chatter, and those who lived in the cities thought me odd. My sister Nina hardly knew what to say to me during our visits. When she lost her business to the Lord Regent's crooked barrister, I was 100 miles east of Morley, gaff hand frozen from a sleet as we tracked the first bull whale we've seen in months. I helped her as much as I could, but Nina died. Aw, poor him. In the early days of the plague. None of it mattered. If I'm jaded and bitter, it's because the industry was taken away. My dreams, the world has eaten me. Damn. Havoc log entry 1. It has been days since our men were dispatched to stash weapons for Corvo in the old sewer. They have not returned, so I can only hope they succeeded in getting the packages delivered. Piero spent considerable time and resources making those things. If I could find a way to mass produce them, the Dunwall Navy would secure its place as the dominant force on the globe. But back to Corvo, he can actually break out of Coleridge. And if so, will he make his way here? I personally give him odds of 1 in 5. We're not very hopeful.
Log entry 1-4. Seems we've moved to a new phase. Martin's improvisations have borne fruit. The former bodyguard has been freed and is en route to the staging location. With Pendleton's voting bloc and my military connections, all we've lacked is the ability to project lethal force in a controlled manner against a previously inaccessible... To the point, we need a man who can kill the bastards for us. Corvo is more than capable of that, I have no doubt. N-bomb. Is this off? Switch. Where the hell is it?
That was a really long one too. Admiralty and the Fleet. Jesus Christ. It's long. Excerpt from a book on naval history. While each of the isles has some form of naval fleet, none is more envied than that of Bristol, which is long proud history of great ships and the admirals who command them. Boys come of age in the cities of Bristol, hoping to someday captain such a ship, and families, dynasties, are made by those captains who track down infamous pirates or crush seditious uprisings, as during the Morley insurrection. In times of war and peace, Bristol continues to innovate at sea. The ship design of Aten Sokolov himself now represent the highest standard in whaling trade, allowing crews to haul their kill up and over the deck and begin their butchery and processing. Even as the ship returns to Dunwall, the crews can be seen working on their latest whale as the ship moves slowly to Wrenhaven River, coming to dock with one of the powerful warehouse companies such as Graves Whaling House. Suspended in the rigging overhead, the ballock by setting sun, the silhouette of one of these creatures makes a moving sight as it cruises to its final resting place in the industrial heart of the capital city. Interesting. Oh, another one. A Gaffer's Tale, Volume 1. Excerpt from the Travel Journal of a Young Whaler. A Gaffer's Tale, Volume 1. Or A Gaffer's Early Adventures. My sister Nina and I left Tivia together, saying goodbye to our aunt, the woman who had raised us since childhood, leaving behind our home of Yarrow and the cold but beautiful white landscapes we had always known. We board a ship Dunwall, our parents had left us with a sizable inheritance, and we spent half of this getting to the capital city and establishing a small import shop dedicated to Tivian furs. Once I helped Nina establish the business, I was free to pursue my dreams. Singing on a whaling ship was the most exciting thing I've ever done, and I saw it as a means to an end. Someday I would captain my own crew and eventually own a fleet of similar vessels. With tears in her eyes, Nina kissed me farewell, and I did not see her again for many months. As an apprentice to the gaffer, I got to see the tracking and killing of great beasts up close. Nothing had ever fried my spirits so as the wind and pounding waves racing after a wounded whale being pulled by a skein of cables embedded in its thick flesh. I changed more in those first 7 months than I had the previous 7 years. Whaling was beginning to put its mark on me so that Nina barely recognized me. When I returned, tanned and swiny with muscle, weather ceases already, wrinkling the corner of my eyes, but she could see that I was filled with joy, having found my purpose. Oh, good for him. La la la, take that. La la la. That was a lot of reading. Ain't that bad though.
Attention Dunwall citizens.
Harspooner
Be advised.
songs. What will we do with a drunken whaler? What will we do with a drunken whaler? What will we do with a drunken whaler? Early in the morning, feed him the hungry rats for dinner. Feed him the hungry rats for dinner. Feed him the hungry rats for dinner. Early in the morning. That's a funny song there. Way, hey, up she rises. Way, hey, up she rises. Way, hey, up she rises. Early in the morning. Slice his throat with a rusty cleaver, slice his throat with a rusty cleaver, slice his throat with a rusty cleaver early in the morning. Stuff him in a sack and throw him over, stuff him in a sack and throw him over, stuff him in a sack and throw him over early in the morning. Way hey up she rises, way hey up she rises, way hey up way hey up she rises early in the morning.
Rust
Okay,
infestation has spread downriver as far as the river
pretty
mouth
interesting
and
song
flood
they got there. Oh,
Do not attempt to approach or destroy a river crust. Any items recovered from doing so are
Tivian
considered
power.
state property.
Litany on the White Cliff. Excerpts from a series of Overseers' Invocations by High Overseer Abram Templeton. And I say to you, brothers, it is here that we make our stand as a righteous force against the growing darkness. It is here that we unite against the spirits of the unknown that would drag us screaming into the night, never to return to our homes, to our families together. We will serve as a rod to those who would stray from the herd for the foggy grey wastes of the outsider. We will burn a bright fire with our victorious action, so that others will not lose their way, and to those who choose to wander beyond the walls of our homes in a far place, we will strike at them swiftly before they whisper to their neighbors, filling their hearts with strangeness and doubt. Really good British voice there. Lydia.
My.
Hello, young Lydia.
You must be Corvo.
Oh, you work here, eh?
I am Lydia, at your service. Your room is upstairs and ready. When they told me who it was, well, I thought you'd be older, like the Admiral.
Oh, sorry there. Wasn't paying attention. Sorry there, gal. That leads out there. Is there stuff? Just don't know, guys. There could be stuff down here.
Attention Dunwall citizens. Lady Emily Caldwell was abducted 6 months ago
I found a lot of money.
during her mother's terrible murder. Anyone with information leading to the location or return of the daughter of our beloved late Empress is required to speak to the city watch.
Send money, yes sirree. We should close to get the plague out of here. The young Prince of Tibia. Excerpts from a theater play. Lord Nathan Bell shaking with outrage. How dare you, sir, close so in my very home? I should hand you over to the watch, depraved Tibian. Prince Kalisar moving closer. That's a harsh welcome for royalty, my lord. Your daughter treated me with much more hospitality. Alas, she was gone out for the evening, leaving me all alone. Lord Nathan Bell, stammering, studying the young man before him. What are you doing? Leave this house, go back to your frozen wasteland, pale rascal. Prince Kalisar seeming calely reaching out. No need for anger between us, Lord Bale. It was so wrong for me to be here. As I've proven, I've developed an infinity for you and your family. Lord Nathan Bale gasping, "Oh my Kalisar, your skin is so warm it burns." That is a weird ending. Excerpt from a longer work of fiction. Finding my way by the feeble light of dying fire, I saw her working. A large needle moved in her hand, following precise eccentric patterns, knots and loops of steamerous crafts from ancient days. Bathing her needle, this body clenched and surrounded her, shaking the wooden table. The morbid fascination pushed me closer until she turned her blank face towards me, resting the needle in the flesh. With a refined tone, she addressed me. "So, are you the lover? I presume to have been unfaithful, and it is now your turn to be mended." Damn. Sink. Coin. La 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 la. Wallace. Hello, Wallace.
If I may, I am the personal assistant to Lord
you
Pendleton,
the bartender,
and one of the
eh?
senior servants
Yeah.
at Pendleton House, as was my father. Now I am entrusted with this house, the home
Okay,
of
Wallace,
the
I kind of have
loyalists.
to go, buddy.
I have never seen the Admiral fail at any venture. If order can be restored to the city of Dunwall, I believe
You took a long time.
if anyone can get your order
No
back,
floor
it's him.
there, it's weird. Alas, alas.
I'm sorry
You're
it's so
always
dark.
here, lady.
We can't risk being
Thank you
seen.
for cleaning.
It is a
Thank
bit romantic, though,
Although you
isn't
could
it?
clean these papers. Corvo's chambers, eh? You there, girl.
The
Hey,
Admiral
fine.
served in the Navy
Cecilia,
under the
hey.
Empress. But something happened
Mighty
to the
fine
Lord
young
Regent
name,
that
in fact.
drove
That's a
the
mighty
Admiral
fine
out.
good name, if I might say.
If I understand it right.
Back in the day. Oh, well, that leads out there again. So we're going to go talk to Piero. Medical herbs. Oh my god, inanimate objects.
Stay alert and stay loyal.
Reading your book, eh? I thought it said take something.
I'll be crafting your weapons and gear, all custom
there, buddy?
for you. I will create
a mask?
the tools of a master assassin.
Some strange mask loot.
No, this cannot happen now. The tank of whale oil is running. Will you get a new tank from upstairs, please, while I hold this in place? Be careful.
Fine. So much stuff I gotta look in your workshop.
When it explodes, there's a
Portal! Or it looks like a portal from Portal. What? The electricity is all running on whale oil, so whaling here is an essential thing.
Perfect. Now plug it in. Bloop. Perfect. Thank you, Cole. Here, see?
Build your tank back
the
up, buddy.
Assassin's mask. You're a wanted man, so everyone in the city knows your face. But this mask will mean terror to them. If you just hold still, the fit must be precise.
Whoa, that mask looks
There.
awesome.
Can you see normally? Some lens out of alignment.
That's pretty good, eh?
There. Better now? I could create more for you. Upgrades for your gear, weapons, munitions.
Yeah, actually, yeah, it's better. You
But our
should
situation
kind of
here
adjust it.
is
It's a little
desperate.
blurry.
Scavenge
Just a little
the city
blurry.
for valuables, and
That's
I will
better.
resell them on the black market. That should
Pretty
give us
awesome,
the money
pretty
to
boss-ass
craft
G
the
mask.
things you need. Tell me what I can make for you.
What is your wares? Need sleep birds. Do you have anything else? Is that all you have? Upgrades. Oh yeah, it's got upgrades. It's got equipment upgrades. How about we do range? Boop. Purchase. How about we do accuracy? Boop. Purchase. That'll do for now.
You must be exhausted.
Yep.
I advise that you
So I need to get
some
more cash
sleep.
money.
Your life
Cash
will
money,
get
ego
even
money
more
flows.
difficult soon. You should rest while you can.
Yes, you are right. I had to sleep.
Very well. You know best. Let me know if you need anything more.
But I like to look around before. Because you've got stuff, my friend. A map. Get up, because it's worth money. Oh, Sokolov technology in the new age. Excerpt from a recent book detailing Sokolov machine. One of the advantages of Sokolov's technology is that they share the same magnetic socket for the tanks of processing whale oil they use as fuel. When the tank is exhausted, another can be plugged in its place with ease. The process is simple enough that any common workman or even the lower guardsmen of the city watch can handle the task. This applies to the arc pylon and the wall of light security systems, as well as powered carriages used for transport by those few who are wealthy enough to afford them. Only obvious downside of Sokolov designs is the volatility of the tanks themselves. A few incidents have occurred resulting in damage of property or bodily harm whenever one of the tanks has exploded. That's nice. Second solution. Excerpt from a series of newspaper articles from the prominent natural philosopher by Piero Joplin. It is through no fault of my own that the average citizen has expressed a preference for Sokolov's elixir over my own formula, sold as Piero's remedy. A name I did not choose. If you must know the truth, the public has spoken its usual message of idiocy, spending their coin as a means of selecting Sokolov's formula over mine, which I believe to be equal if not superior. Much has been made over the popularity of these conditions as a mean of resisting this. Not see in the history of the Empire, this plague now making its way through the city of Dunwall is unrivaled in its effectiveness. I have studied it within the blood of those inflicted, and it is nearly perfect, elegant in fact. And while that it is true that Piero's remedy and Sokolov's elixirs are known to perfect the body against the plague equally, my own has properties not fully understood which relate to the mind itself and the spirit, and it is in the way of my formula wins out. Here is where one should pay attention to this contest. For you see, Sokolov's elixir, with its emphases on the brute animal body in a crass goo better suited for livestock, the suitable and secret variants in the key ingredients making up Piero's remedy ensure that the work of the higher functions that separates humankind from the mildest blue-jawed hagfish swimming in the Werven River. The hagfish. Piero's are crust and denied. Piero. No, I will not sign off these purchases. Bag of powdered crystals, Tibian ore. What's wrong with the metals and crystal? King Sparrow feathers. If you need feathers, sacrifice your own pillow. Maybe at the academy everything you needed was paid for by tariff and handed out willy-nilly. But this is my bar, or what's left of it, and we're operating on a budget. We're running low on oil, food, auxiliary, building material, and everything else, so you've got to slow down. While I'm floating the bill, I will not approve your purchases unless they're absolutely required. No more copper wire or special herbs. If you need these things, go out and scavenge them. Half the city is in ruins, so one is going to miss any of the odd crap you seem to need. Admiral Havelock. Nom 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 nom. Money. Damn, they're hard on Piero. Portal. Legit nothing in this trunk. I got junk in my trunk. Dear countered responsibilities. Excerpt from a manual on new city watch procedures commissioned by the Lord Regent. In the face of the growing plague crisis, the dead counter is a position that will be given to officers, usually of junior or middle grades, in most matters of edity or curfew enforcement. These officers will defer to the acting officer on duty. However, any dead counter will have command in situations related to the plague and the holding of the dead, including those with late-stage plague symptoms called weepers in common parlance. Starting in the month of rain, interested officers may apply for the test, and if accepted for the 2-week training tour, pay will be administered in coin and rations of auxiliary at 1 1/2 normal pay grade. Suck shit. Failed experiments. Excerpt from a series of lectures on natural philosophy by Pierre Joplin. Of course, I have attempted to improve upon Sokolov's design. Of course. And why not? After all, it is likely that his thinking was influenced in some small way by our time together at the Academy. We are all part of a community striving to unknot the mysteries of the cosmos. Even these among us who possess the greatest minds are often led to fruitful line of consideration by, how does one say it, our intellectual subordinate. Sokolov is no exception to this. Despite one glamour of genius, he has cast over the aristocracy. And further, it is true that many of my experiments have failed. No need to gossip about it. Behind my back in your social clubs, It is the very chambers of the Academy itself. Great ambition requires risks. You may laugh at my door to nowhere, but someday you will not. Your children will likely see it as commonly as you see the electric lamps lighting our streets at night. But a few years ago, you would have laughed at Sokolov's Arcopylon or Wall of Light. Your laughter, your condescending smiles, they are nothing but evidence of your own limited imagination. Damn, this guy's hard. Whale vivisection. Well, this basically teaches how to kill a whale. Excerpt from the notes of a natural philosopher aboard a whaling ship. Remarkably, each specimen I had the pleasure of studying during the voyage possessed some minor variants of physiology. On the second leg of the trip, east of Tivia, the crew hauled aboard a female some 42 feet in length. I estimate she weighed 35 tons, and the ship sat low, rocking side to side through the night with her thrashing. The candlelight took her apart, stretching and taking notes. Against her bellowing, I cut into the mass of tentacles around her mouth. Within, I found a row upon a row of teeth, and a bally running along the upper jaw. Through this broom-like structure, I assumed she filtered food from the water that was too small to be chewed. Interesting. Curious, I'm curious, my friend. Whale oil processing. Excerpt from The Founder of Graves Whale House by Emza Graves. Out at sea, they secure the beast with hooks, with lines cast from the main ship from several smaller boats. Buoys keep the whale from diving deep. Once it's caught, a larger hook is driven through the tail, which is used to hoist the creature up through the chute. They moan and bellow for some time as the men get them into the deck, and lifted them into the scaffolding overhead. The ship adjusts and prows and returns to port in Dunwall, where the crew works on a great creative slicing off the fattest parts where it still lives. Damn, that's Whale Oil Refining Station. Sokolov no longer has the upper hand with regards to supplies of whale oil. The good admiral has paid for the installation of my own system, which will enable me to work in this place. The oil tank dispenser, when activated, will produce an empty vessel or filling. When the empty tank is held near the oil tank refinery pump, the magnetic attractor should take the tank and lock it with the correct configuration. Using the lever will begin the refilling process. Once refill is complete, the tank can be removed and placed in surface. Extreme caution must be used handling the fuel tanks. They are quite unstable. The system is sound and well engineered. It appears that Graves Oil Company has done something correctly for once. Interesting.
My break with the Academy was explosive, for lack of a better word.
The Academy teaches
I had
that
to
absurd
rebuild from
idea
scratch,
that the
but
energy in whales
so
will
much the
rise
better.
Talking, I'm trying to hear your audio well.
maintain
Tools
life
made by
function
lesser
at extreme ocean depths. The pressure and the cold are too much to endure without. I speculate that a human being might, by a process of adaptation, produce high-energy humors in the body. I could build a tank that would slowly increase pressure on a subject over a long period of time and then observe them for years to see if the formulation of energetic substances develop. Surely the Empress would be able to furnish me with facilities subject to the necessary legal amnesty.
It explained things though. It did explain things, which is good. So I guess we'll go to sleep and we'll end the episode there, ladies and gentlemen.
River traffic is forbidden from landing in the distillery district due to risk of infectious contact. Violators will be taken to the flooded district for treatment and rehabilitation.
Is the man dangerous?
Yes, very much so, but no need to fear. He is here to work with our masters.
People say he killed the Empress.
Of course he didn't. People are foolish and believe whatever they're told.
Okay. If the Admiral trusts him, then so will I.
There's something around there. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I will go to bed and go to sleep. That is it for today. Till next time.